Wishman. Double team. Out for a plant. Wishman sets and fires off the rim. Went in for the rebound, and as she threw her hand in there, she's called for a foul. Lori Wishman. That's her first.
Well, you see a lot of frustrating fouls in those circumstances where you miss a shot, anxious to atone. It's the same thing with a ball that's stolen away from someone. When you come back and make that quick swipe, it's going to be called a foul many, many times.
At the free throw line for the Osseo Orioles is Brenda Lingen.
And there it is again. Brenda Lingen missed the foul shot, wanted to make up for it. She got in there and committed a foul.
Exactly the same thing. 6:41 to go in the half. Little Falls leading 16-15. And Melissa Plant will go to the free throw line. It is warm in here tonight down at court level. Biggest crowd by far we've had in. A noisy bunch as Plant lets it go.
Plant, of course, with that big three-pointer with 45 seconds left in yesterday's game against St. Louis Park. They were down 5. She came up with a clutch three-pointer, put them in a position to go into that overtime win. 16 points yesterday.
And cans a couple there.
Just watch the way she picks up her defensive assignments here with those 3 fouls.
She has 3 points now as well on the night. Back comes Osceo's Heather Peterson, number 20. Kelly Gladen and Heather Peterson up high. Here's Gladen on the right side. High to the left side for Lingen. Peterson in the middle. Kiesler tried to turn.
Low post player, when they're double and triple teamed, will still try to force up a shot. But Kelly Giesler recognizing that with 3 defenders on her, there's somebody else open on the outside.
She plays smart. She has the good size at 6'2", and as it gets to her on the low post, traveling was called on Billy Gladen before she got rid of the ball. And a host of reinforcements coming back in now for the Osseo Orioles. Rattray will come back in, Junkman and Feeblecorn all.
Gillis, the Thornton Jeffords coach, talked about the pressure of being undefeated and the pressure on his girls. And I think the Osseo girls, how they have dropped 2 games, have felt that similar kind of pressure. 2 years ago in the state tournament, of course, everybody has expected a lot of them. And it all has come down to this championship game.
Carrie Jackson got 2 tries and missed them both. Barry Olson spins it clear for Dawn Rattray. The Osseo Orioles come back quickly. Feeblecorn charged. Offensive foul on Jessica Feeblecorn.
Well, that's huge. That's 3 on her, and she just can't afford to go thrashing about in the middle, which is her style now.
No, but it's good coaching, too, Jim. I mean, Carrie Jackson stepping in there to get the charge. That's very cool, telling them to pick up those charges and knowing how aggressively Osseo goes to the basket.
And I think now that the foul trouble that Osseo is in is virtually guaranteed that Little Falls are going to be able to hang in this game. Not that they couldn't have anyway, but judging from the first contest they played against each other, you had to give Osseo the favorite role coming in.
Feeblecorn with 3. Langen with 2. Rattray with 2. Junkman with 2. There's a shot miss. Big one by Melissa Plant. 20-15. The Little Falls Flyers have opened it up to a 5-point margin with 5:21 to go in the first half. AA basketball championship game. Batted out of the air by Carrie Jackson of Little Falls. And there's a timeout on the court with 5:15 to go in the first half. The Little Falls Flyers leading the Osseo Orioles 20-15.
Well, what can we do for you?
My name is John, and I'd like to apply.
When you go to some banks to borrow money, the way you're treated is almost criminal.
What do you want the money for?
Well, I'd like to buy it.
What makes you think we should give you the money?
Well, I thought you were the ones who had it. What is this?
Just sign it.
What?
Escape to TCF. We'll give you an answer within 8 hours on all kinds of loans.
How long will it take?
We'll get back to you.
Be up until the last 2 minutes. Therefore, I would say you should like the movie.
Whoa.
The most popular and most powerful movie critics in the country. Time Magazine.
Those were the most interesting characters in the film.
Come on, give us a break.
Real people viewers can trust. 2020.
This is gritty stuff.
Siskel and Ebert are the best. The Kansas City Star.
Yeah, I thought that was terrific.
A total and complete disagreement.
Siskel and Ebert, the critical difference.
Sunday night at 11:30 on Receptive Channel 9.
Let's look at the action down low here. Rebound for Rattray. She tries to whirl and fire, but right in her path is Melissa Plant, who calmly buries the jump shot and gives the Flyers a 5-point lead. And there you are. Your wish is our command.
Send money. 5:15 to go in the first half. Little Falls 20, Osseo 15. In underneath comes Giesler. Directing traffic as the Orioles come back and the Flyers come down. Saldin crossing up high with Plant. Julie Spillum now tipped by Rattray for a moment, but right back they go. Shot Saldin up and off. Rebound underneath to Jackson and a foul.
Good solid board work by Carrie Jackson. She had position, she had the ball, and the foul in underneath is called on Giesler.
Carrie Jackson had 13 rebounds yesterday, 7 of them offensive, and that's exactly what got her to the free throw line this time.
That time it's off. But the rebound comes to Julie Spillum. Plant underneath.
Good look there, good pass by Spillum.
Saldin to Plant.
Osseo staggering a little now.
Olsen shovels for Peterson, who walks with it. 4:33 to go in the half. Little Falls 22 and Osseo 15. That's Melissa Plant. Holly Saldin walks him down. Here's Plant. Lori Wishman on the left side. Double team. Rattray took a little pop at it. Saldin over to help. Good pressure by Osseo. Saldin up high. Jackson wheels, one bounce, high post, in and out. Got the rebound herself, nothing doing there. Dragged off by Osseo's Chris Junkman. Back comes Dawn Rattray. Here's Junkman.
Osseo definitely out of sync on offense right now. They haven't even gotten into their set very much here in the second quarter.
And with people pouring out of there, they're not working it in to get some good percentage shots.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought she was hurt.
She was too. Holly Saldin, number 23.
From our angle, looked like she may have twisted something there, and it looks like she's okay. We have a substitution coming in for Little Falls. Sarah Spillum.
Take a look here. Holly Saldin stopping and planning, but her feet just went out from underneath
Like
her.
she stepped on Giesler's foot, perhaps. Whatever the reason, she lost her balance. Osseo ball.
Little Falls has outscored Osseo 8-2 in this quarter, including the last 6 points. So far unanswered, but here comes Melissa Plant. All the way in, but no!
That's 4 on Plant.
Oh, boy, that's
And
big.
that's what happened when she missed the layup. She got around Peterson nicely, missed it, picked up a costly foul.
Giesler, nicely done. She had the position. She would go down to the other end to shoot a 1-on-1.
And Just will come in. She got quite a bit of playing time yesterday, and that's all I'm sure we'll see of Melissa Plant for a while with 3:20 to go in the first half, and only...
And Just was a surprise last night for a ninth grader. She showed a lot of poise handling the ball and playing defense.
She sure did.
Not the scoring threat that Plant is, but if she can just keep the turnovers from happening, she'll do what Jerry Cool wants her to.
Look at Juteman. Oh, she aggressive.
Olsen couldn't get the bucket. Yeah, and Just played a lot of basketball as she came on last night. There's Scrappy.
Osseo usually does not miss those types of shots. And they are a little bit off, I think, here in the first half.
Sarah Spillum to the corner for Saldin. Little ball. Saldin trying to weave out of trouble. Here's Ann Just, number 11. Oops, tapped away by Rattray. Back comes Heather Peterson for Osseo on the right side. Juntanen did not get it in charge. And that's 3 on Juntanen.
And that's the 3rd offensive foul called here because of good
Take a look
positioning.
again. Saldin will be setting up on the other end. Here comes Juntanen. It's tough, but she got over and stopped herself as quickly as she could. very close either way. They gave it a charge call. The fouls continue to pile up.
Molly Saldine taking some punishment here in the second quarter. Spillum down in the corner. Some trouble up for grabs. And there's Ann just saving the day. Got the shot, but it was blocked.
Eastler threw that one
Peterson. Peterson leaps in. Off the glass, the rebound is Spillum. The rebound is Sarah Spillum. 22-15, Little Falls. That's the time left in the first half. On the right side, Julie Spillum for the Flyers. Saldine. The corner for Sarah Spillum. Jackson in and out, and the rebound comes down to Chris Juntanen, who was their leading rebounder a couple of times early. Inside, the foul is called on Carrie Jackson. Into the lineup for Osseo comes Billy Gladen, and Chris Juntanen will take a rest. Gladen, number 15, 1:42 left in the first half. And at the free throw line, a girl is going to see probably even more playing time than she expected in key situations, though she gets a bit of it. Kelly Giesler gets quite a bit of it. But now with Jessica Feeblecorn sitting on the bench with 3 fouls.
First point in a while for Osseo. We may be witnessing the beginning of a great career for Giesler. The pressure's going to be on her. A lot of foul trouble. She's just a 10th grader. She stands 6'2". She looks like she's got some talent, and we expect her to develop.
She sure does.
1:42 left in the first half. It's the Flyers 22 and the Orioles 17. We'll be right back.
Kids. I had to keep my whole family in mind when I bought a new car, but I'm also a businessman. So my Ford dealer gave me the answer. Taurus. Comfort, room, and unique styling. It's just what I was looking for.
Your family's like mine. We need room for the kids, and my husband needs a stylish car for business. Taurus is an excellent choice. Plus, if you buy now, I can really save you a lot.
My Ford dealer helped me choose a car that had my whole family in mind. Well, almost. Taurus. From quality people with quality products.
Have you ever faked orgasm?
You can't say that on TV.
That's a first in the history of television.
Unless you're Arsenio.
Welcome to America.
Believe me, this guy is breaking all the rules.
My time has come.
And you'll want to see what he'll do next.
Coming up, we've got Dan Snyder from Head of the Class and hot guitarist Stanley Jordan sitting in with my posse on the next Arsenio Hall Show.
Monday night at 10:35 on Channel 9.
Hey, it's a good time at the AA tournament. Speaking of good yucks, how do you do, my dear?
The original Big O there.
Yes, sir. Channel 9 will bring you April Fools Live on Sunday, April 1st at 9 p.m. Saturday, April 1st at the World Theater in St. Paul. 90 minutes of the Twin Cities' funniest comedians, Scott Hansen and company. That's 9 o'clock on April Fool's Night on Receptive Channel 9. The Minnesota North Stars station and state tournament basketball station as Julie Spillum cans a pair for the Little Falls Flyers, who now lead Osseo 24-17 with 1:19 left in the first half. Don Rattray for Osseo. There's Giesler in and out. Olsen to the rebound, up and in. Bucket counts, and she was fouled by Ann Just.
Well, they needed that. Carrie Olsen. There she is on the offensive rebound.
She's one of the players perfectly capable of giving offensive spark. We talked about Feeblecorn's absence and Juntanen, both with 3 fouls. Carrie Olsen probably feels some of that responsibility. She answered it on that play.
That was Annie Keller, number 41, in the lineup for Little Falls. Here's Olsen. Yeah, no!
We're going to get a lane violation there, and it's going to be another shot for Carrie Olsen.
Carrie Olsen has great support in her parents. Her father, Mike, coaches the traveling teams. Her mother played in a GAA, or Girls Athletic Association at International Falls. She scored a winning basket in a championship game, so she has very supportive and athletic-minded parents.
Her mom's from International Falls. That must have been tough on her yesterday.
Yeah.
Osseo, well, probably not too tough.
Yeah, probably not too tough. Her daughter having a great tournament. Got 3-point play out of that one. Under a minute to go in the first half. And now it's a 4-point margin as Osseo pulls in and Little Falls hangs on to what is now a 4-point lead, 24-20 in and out. Mary Ring. Here's one from the right side. Yes, sir, and a dandy for Annie Keller. Mary Olsen back, Rattray, baseline left.
There's Dawn Rattray. Averages 12 a game. Steady little player.
Holly Saldine on the right side for the Little Falls Flyers. Annie Keller is there on the wing, in for Ring. Spillum, it's Sarah Spillum. Shot from the high post and in by Julie Spillum.
Getting good shots now without the presence of Feeblecorn in there to slot them away. They're taking advantage, filling that lane, popping some shots.
Time running out in the first half. 4 seconds to go in the first half. 28-22 Little Falls. Sarah Spillum
just wing this one, I think.
Here's a pusher up by Sol. She got a three-pointer from way out of the zone as time runs out in the first half.
Talk about giving your team a lift at the end of the half.
That was so far up and had ice on it coming down. As the first half is over. Holy Saldine. Sharpshooter. Wow. Take a look at this. Boom. Never touched the iron. Holly Saldine. She only has 7 points, and that was 3 of them. It is halftime at the girls' Class 2A championship game at Met Center with a score. The Little Falls Flyers 31 and the Osseo Orioles 22, and we'll be back in a moment.
When you've applied for a loan, the first thing you want is a fast answer. The last thing you want is to wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. Escape to TCF. We'll give you an answer in 8 hours on all kinds of loans.
The care behind this card started over half a century ago.
Good morning, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Today, that caring continues. Listening, learning, working together.
This Blue Cross report confirms what we're doing in therapy.
And helping you keep the doctor you know and trust. You may not always see the care behind the card, but you can't miss the feeling it brings.
The care behind the card. Peace of
There's a state with more shoreline than Hawaii, and Florida, and California combined. Minnesota. Explore it.
This is Perry Williams back at the Met Center, halftime of our Class AA championship game, 1989. And the Flyers from Little Falls are loving it. They lead at 31-22 over the Osseo Orioles. You know, the Class AA championship last year was won by the Hornets of Edina. Just one of several state champions crowned in the various sports they have to participate in throughout the season. And once again, the State High School League proudly presents the Parade of Champions, a very special salute to all those winners in the various sports throughout the last year. So sit back and enjoy a special treat that they bring to you every year, the Parade of Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Celebration 89. Over 100,000 young women participate on high school athletic teams in Minnesota. Let's welcome the reigning state champions who represent the Class AA activities sponsored by the Minnesota State High School League. Let's begin with track and field. Team champion, Park Cottage Grove, Amy Wyseth. Ann Arlich, also a member of the 4x400 relay championship team. Sarah Bacala, also a member of the 4x400 relay championship team. Chris Cry, Teresa Sobaski, Sarah Rhine, Diane Marlett, and Coach Bob Meyer. Individual champions from the Roseville area, the 100-meter dash champion, Tamara Webb. From Rosemount, the 4x100-meter relay championship team, Julie Caston and Laura Oland. And from Eden Prairie, the 4x800-meter relay team, Julie Glody, Debbie Quanbeck, Karen Fisher, and Tammy Schindeldecker. And from St. Louis Park, the high jump champion, Steph Bierk. Golf, team champion, Edina, Paula Lutz, Amy Corrigan, Sue Binns. The individual golf champion from Coon Rapids, Krista Ruderfeld. Softball team champion, Mankato East, Angie Hansen, Maggie Schwamberger, Amy Swanson, Paula Utek, Tammy Shane, Rachel Wold, Shelley Vocal, Jody Miller, Deb Neff, Beth Benskoffer, Carrie Hayes, Stacy Hain, Jeannie Tostenson, and Coach Paul Sorensen. Tennis, team champion, Edina. Doubles champion, from Bloomington Jefferson, Elise Adams and Tammy Okens-Wynn. Volleyball, team champion, Moorhead, Michelle Oren, Brenda Meyer, Amy Gurnand, Teresa Kritzberger, and Coach Karen Schumacher. Swimming, team champion, Edina, Lori Hysett, also the 100-yard breaststroke champion and a member of the 200-yard medley relay. Individual champions from Mounds View, the 1-meter diving champion, Stacy Madura. Cross-country skiing, team champion, Brainerd. Krista Brown, also the individual cross-country ski champion. Angie Moudry, Heather McIver, Christy Meyer, Jocelyn Mannion, and Coach Todd Licio. Soccer, team champion, Roseville. Amy Leonard, Brenda Bailey, Jean Sagstetter, Rachel Bakke, Kim Michaels, Christy Ehrman, Anna Hughes, Julie Baker, Amy Kuritz, Ann Doherty, Sue Phil, Beth Killian, Denise Sigstad, Sue Bovey, Carrie Brote, Denise Zaver, Amberly Ramirez, Sherry Baker, Pam Schuneman, Coach Jerry Weaver, and student manager Katie Walker. Gymnastics, team champion Apple Valley, Becky Gangloff, Ranelle Hunkins, Renee Castillo, Kristen Opdahl, Ursula Wells, and Coach Kim Mikola. Individual champions from Hopkins, the all-around and balance beam champion Jenny Kraling. From Owatonna, the floor exercise champion Nikki Miller. And from Park Cottage Grove, the vaulting champion Leslie Bladel. Slalom skiing, team champions Stillwater. Jenny Anderson, Jennifer Riley, Heather Kaysen, Michelle Kiefer, Jennifer Babcock, and Coach Ronald Jacobson. Girls cross country, team champion Fairmont, Andrea DeVries, Alicia Zilski, Lisa Unke, Leah DeVries, Steph Simon, Becky Lund, Sarah Bachman, and Coach Bob Bonk. The individual girls cross-country champion from Anoka, Tracy Dahl. Also, the 3,200-meter run track and field champion. Girls basketball, team champion Edina, Suzanne Weeks, Leslie Flayton, Katie Riley, Sue Rickoff, Liz Zeller, Jill Slade, Leslie Buss, and student manager Laura Adalan. Minnesota, here are your champions. Let's give them a big hand.
The Parade of Champions, a special salute and congratulations to all part of the pageantry and color of the Minnesota Girls Basketball Tournament. Who will be the champion next year? Representing Class AA in basketball, we'll find out with second half action yet to come. Little Falls leading Osseo 31-22 here at the Met Center.
If you want power and endurance that go the distance, get the gas furnace that outruns the rest. The Heil 9580. It's the tough one. The one you can depend on for energy efficiency and energy savings. Get the gas furnace with the guts to run on and on for years. The Heil 9580. Born to run.
There's something you might want to know before you decide to start smoking. Smokers go through a lot more than just cigarettes.
People tell me that Godfather's Pizza is the best anywhere.
So Steve Frisbee from Research talked to thousands of consumers to find out why. He covered 43 states and went through 2 company cars. So Steve, tell me why people like our pizza so much.
More toppings. Can we get a close-up on this?
Now, for a limited time, get any large pizza for the price of a medium.
Enjoy your Godfather's pizza and take life one bite at a time.
Perry Williams back at the Met Center, and the teams are just coming back out on the floor. Flyers from Little Falls, and they lead it 31-22. As I mentioned, these teams did play during the regular season about halfway through in the home gym of Little Falls, and Osseo won the game quite handily, 55-39. But timing is just about everything, as they say, and right now, Little Falls is leading it when it counts and leading it big by 9. And the Osseo Orioles have some problems with foul trouble. Several players sitting on the bench, especially their all-state selection, Jessica Feeblecorn. But Osceo's been down before. We saw them in the first game, a quarterfinal action. They're down by 8 against Burnsville late. They came back to win that one. Can they do it here in the state championship game? We will find out because we have second half action yet to come for you. Here from the 1989 Minnesota State High School Basketball Tournament, Little Falls leading Osseo. Second half coming up after this break.
A job like mine, if you don't have the right tools, it can be a real chore. Like my truck. It's my livelihood. But I couldn't afford to spend a ton of money on one. And that's where my Ford dealer really helped out. You say this F-150 will haul more than the others.
It's got more power, too. Plus, we can save you almost $2,800 in the options you want.
I got a great deal on a tough truck. Ford F-150. Works hard in the day and looks good at night. Kind of like me. From quality people with quality products. Your local Ford dealer.
1.5 million children won't come home this year. I'm Shirley Jones, asking you to join America's Search for Missing Children. America's Search for Missing Children is 2 gripping hours of real-life missing children mysteries, heart-stopping reenactments of factual child disappearances, all the riveting details of cases to enable you to help recover missing children. Tune in for an evening that will shake you. America's Search for Missing Children.
Saturday night following girls basketball.
I'm Commissioner Len Levine. Support Minnesota companies and the products they make. It's a step towards a stronger state economy and a stronger job market. Buy Minnesota.
31-22, the Little Falls Flyers leading the Osseo Orioles at halftime. Welcome back to Met Center of the girls AA semifinal bash. And before we go to the other halftime statistics, boy, there's some big statistics staring the Osseo Orioles right in the face. Girls with 3 fouls or more, particularly Juntman and Jessica Feeblecorn.
The officials really took control of the game early by calling those fouls close, and Osseo is going to have to adjust to it. They didn't. They just kept going at it, and it really got them into some serious trouble. Jessica Feeblecorn's 18th birthday today. I think for a present, she probably could use a couple extra fouls.
You know, it couldn't have gone better from Little Falls' perspective. The first half save for the 4 fouls on Melissa Plant, but it almost looks like destiny, the way they're playing, and the throw-in shot by Holly Saldine at the end of the half, and there you see the shooting percentages. Little Falls at not too special at 33%, but they've gone to the free throw line a lot more, and they've got half as many turnovers, or less than that even. So Little Falls has it their way, and it's up to Osseo to try to turn that momentum.
It's a 9-point lead for the Little Falls Flyers. The third quarter will begin in just a moment for the 1989 Girls State Basketball AA Championship.
If it sometimes seems like this is the only way to get money out of your bank, escape to TCF. With Command Credit, you can write yourself a loan anytime. And the interest may be deductible under the new tax code. See your tax advisor.
Howdy.
Catch Night Court, weeknights at 6:30 on Channel 9.
take a close look at the coolest kid in town.
Howdy.
He's Webster, and he's no ordinary kid.
Am I good or what?
Well, he's not always an angel.
I can't give up my soul. I need it for dancing.
But he's quick on laughs and long on personality.
I bet I'll win an Oscar.
He's a one-of-a-kind kid.
Shucks.
Webster, here's looking at you.
Weekday afternoons at 5:30 on Receptive Channel 9.
Yes, indeed, Miss Feeblecorn. Your birthday today. We have been handed the Girls Coaches Association All-State team. We'll try and get to them later on, but we'll tell you that one of them is Jessica Feeblecorn of Osseo, the AA All-State team. 4 girls who are here at State have been named to the AA All-State team. In addition to Feeblecorn, they are Kelly Trolley of St. Louis Park, Tanya Robinson of Burnsville, and Joy Anderson of Hutchinson. AA, we'll give you the Coaches of the Year here in just a minute as well, plus the Miss Basketball Awards. I may as well tell you now, Jessica Feeblecorn got the AA Miss Basketball Award as well. And Yoli Murphy of Christ Household of Faith got the Class A Miss Basketball Award. Metro Coach of the Year, Vernon Harms of Christ Household of Faith. Outstate Coach of the Year, John Grissendorf of ESCO. And traveling is called as we start the second half. Yoli Murphy also named to the All-Star team, as was Kathy, All-State team rather, as was Kathy Nisler of Eden Valley Watkins and Heidi Peach of Hancock, among others. Those are the girls who are here at State. I'll give you the other names later on.
On the academic side, Kelly Trolley and Jessica Feeblecorn both made the Girls Basketball Sport Association Academic All-State team.
And so did the Erickson twins from International Falls. I think those are the only players in the term. Oh, Yoli Murphy, too.
Heather Peterson starts it off for the Osseo Orioles. And it is now 31-24. Little Falls lead cut to 7. Underway with the second half of the Class 2A championship game of the 89 Girls State Tournament. Bobbled by Lori Wishman, but retrieved by Holly Saldine. So our congratulations again to the Metro Coach of the Year, Vernon Harms from Christ Household of Faith. And the Outstate Coach of the Year, John Grissendorf of ESCO. Class A Miss Basketball, Yoli Murphy of Christ Household. Class AA Miss Basketball, Jessica Feeblecorn of Osseo. There's a bucket for Holly Saldine.
Well, you got to keep a hand up in her face. At 15 feet, she can nail those shots.
9 again for the Little Falls Flyers. Chris Juntanen, Peterson in the corner for Rattray. Juntanen, here is Feeblecorn, had trouble and got it in anyway. Boy,
she got a little smile there, getting a little inspiration. That was a tough move after she lost control of the ball, regained it, got it up, sneaks it over the rim.
So sure she might have got away with something there, too. Deep on the right baseline, a pump Jackson underneath for Wishman and Lori Wishman. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, 35-26 Little Falls.
Melissa Plant starts the second half with those 4 fouls.
The steal goes to Holly Saldine. Plant tied up by Osseo's Heather Peterson.
You can see Plant being a little bit cautious there as she started advancing down the floor with the ball. Here comes the steal on one end. Peterson has it knocked loose by Saldine. She kicks it ahead for Plant. And here I thought she kind of pulled up, although she did not quite have a handle on the ball. Peterson ties her up. Osseo has the possession.
And Plant will have to sit down, and Ann Just comes back in with those 4 fouls on Melissa Plant again.
Nice
Underneath,
draw.
Feeblecorn muscles her way in.
You know, it's almost the further away from the basket she gets it, the better shot she has because she's so good at getting around people.
Oh, she is so smooth and handles the ball so well inside amongst traffic. Very enjoyable player to watch.
And we'll continue to develop the boys tournament for you next week as those region final winners come in. There's Feeblecorn with a quick strong move inside, but back comes Little Falls. Phillips scoring. And the ball will continue with Osseo.
5:15 left in the third quarter. It is a 9-point lead again for the Little Falls Flyers. Rattray plays it in. Juntanen in and out. Got her own rebound, wheels and deals. No. And a foul on Carrie Olson.
Ball will go back to Little Falls, and that rooting section is about as wild as I've seen. And we're going to get a timeout here as we take a look at the foul call on Olsen.
Boy, 5:07 to go in the third quarter. There's a break in the action at the girls' AA championship game. It is Little Falls 37 and Osseo 28.
Start your morning off right with Toasters pastries from Kellogg's. Delicious Kellogg's Pop-Tarts are made of natural goodness. They're packed with 6 vitamins and iron and full of real Smucker's fruit filling. In fact, Pop-Tarts are made with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts available in 6-count and large 12-count packages. Look for valuable coupons good for 50 cents off on your next purchase of Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. Found in Sunday's March 5th newspaper inserts. Stock up on Kellogg's at your Super Value stores. There's one close by.
He was an American original at a time when America was young. With the courage to face the unknown, shelter his family, coax food from the earth, and make a life of love and laughter. A man with the strength to tame a rugged land and the tenderness to wipe away his daughter's tears. Come home to Michael Landon as Charles Ingalls. Come home to Little House on the Prairie.
Sunday through Fridays at 4 on Channel 9.
KMSP TV, Channel 9 is your Minnesota North Stars station, and our next stop, season 88-89, is Madison Square Garden in New York City. Chico Recht and I will be there on the 22nd for the North Stars and the New York Rangers tonight, opening a home-and-home series with Norris Division rival St. Louis. The Stars iced a 2-2 overtime tie down at St. Louis Arena. Brett Hull smoked in a couple early ones, but Neil Broughton and Don Barber came back. Barber, one of the farmhands, has come up to do well. Should wound up a 2-2 tie, and he'll be here tomorrow night. Jessica Feeblecorn picks it off.
Just when I got through saying the Little Falls fans were the crazy ones, you see those 3 guys from Osseo.
Yeah, they brought enough of their own strange ones here as well. You got it.
What is it about state tournaments that makes people do these things? I don't know.
Gary Olson dared him to stop her, and Kerry Jackson draws the foul.
Yeah, both Feeblecorn and Olson went hard at that play. Feeblecorn gets sandwiched down there, and Saldin comes back to swipe at her, but the ball goes right to Olson. She takes it up the baseline and gets the foul on Jackson.
Gary Olson goes to the free throw line with 4:34 left in the third quarter. Osseo trailing Little Falls 37-28, 2-shot foul.
Just as it was a bad night for the Osseo boys team, losing to South in that Region 5 AA final, also a bad night for the Chalk boys team, and that ends any possibility of both the boys and girls team making it to the tournament this year. Chalk lost a heartbreaker, a 1-point loss to Mankato Loyola.
Man, 1 point.
Down in St. Peter in the 4A final. Osseo retains possession here.
Got to be impressed with that tiny but effective program they put together at Christ's Household of Faith. And again, Vernon Harms, as Olsen puts it up. Vernon Harms named Metro Coach of the Year today at Christ's Household.
That basket cuts it to 6, and there's Carrie Olsen.
Whoa, and Carrie Olsen now will have her 3rd foul as she picks up 2 in quick succession.
Well, she was the one player who could afford a couple of fouls, but she picked them up early here in the second half. She was the one starter who was out of foul trouble. Very cool now, calling over Wishman for a seat on the bench as Sarah Spillum comes in.
Don't count this Osseo team out. In the first night against Burnsville, a very good team. They were down by 8 in the third quarter and came back. They are such an explosive team and have so many people that are capable of scoring that you just... Now when it's only 6, they certainly are well within reach.
Gary Olsen guns it ahead for Chris Junton and leaps and cans it.
See what I mean?
And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game, and Jerry Cool has had enough over on the Little Falls bench. He's going to use that new coach's area more and more, I expect, as timeout is called with 3:54 to go in the third quarter. And the score now whittled down to Little Falls 37, Osseo 33. Boom.
Wake up your walls and save with paneling from Menards. AFCO paneling is on sale now, like these beautiful tile board panels. Save on vinyl decorator panels, too. They're washable with the look of wallpaper. Now just $10.59 per panel. And save on Armstrong ceiling tile to fit your decor. On sale now starting at just 28 cents per tile. Give rooms a new look and save at Menards.
We're helping you build America's hardest brand at Menards.
Sunday night, don't miss the action and adventure of Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Wish you would have stayed in the car.
No, not in this neighborhood.
Hello?
Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Unbeatable action and adventure Sunday night at 10:30 on Receptive Channel 9.
There you go. The music sounds a little discordant coming out of Little Falls. That's the band. It's got to be a drummer, right? Yeah, you bet it is. I had to look over and make sure he had the sticks. We trombone players never trusted those guys, I got to tell you. 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Osseo trailing by 4. And just getting something going now. Little Falls will be able to come back. Jerry Cool had to have a talk. He saw things getting a little bit out of hand. Now his Little Falls Flyers bring it down. Holly Saldine. Dawn Rattray is right on her. Bryant on the left side for Jackson. Waiting to break Saldine on the left corner. Now deep left baseline. Sarah Spillum off the glass. No good. Underneath Plant. Couldn't do it. And Feeblecorn pulls it away.
Well, Plant gave up on that because of her 4 fouls. She was battling Feeblecorn and then just kind of gave up. Didn't want to pick up that 5th one.
Very interesting to see how that affects the game as it goes along. Jessica Feeblecorn has 3, so does Olsen, so does Juntanen for Osseo. Plant with 4, as Jim mentioned, for Little Falls. Now in the lane, Juntanen.
Nice drive by Chris Juntanen.
A nice touch, too, on the shot. Alyssa Plant for Carrie Jackson out of bounds.
Rattray got her hand on it. Causing problems now. It's a 2-point game.
37-35, Little Falls lead cut to 2, but here's Sarah Spillum and lost it out of bounds. She's in good position.
She called for the ball. Saldine gave it to her, but it just got away when she put it on the floor. Osseo has a chance to tie her.
Now Lori Wishman comes back in the ball game for Sarah Spillum as Heather Peterson plays it in for the Osseo Orioles. Jessica Feeblecorn and Peterson. Feeblecorn in for Juntanen. Here's Olsen.
Crowd. They have played so much together. They just know where each other is at all times.
And the game is tied with 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
They've got Little Falls confused now. They're not getting into their offensive set. Jerry Cool's up seeing to it that they do get things straightened out on offense.
Carrie Jackson to the corner for Saldine. Up high they go. Spillum, Jackson, Plant. Trouble with Olsen in front. Now Spillum. Julie Spillum. Nobody to dish it to. And finally had to spit it out to Holly Saldine.
Watch this execution by Little Falls. When they make a pass, they do not just stand and watch. When they make a pass, someone's always moving and cutting. A lot of movement away from the basketball.
Plant. Now Julie Spillum in the right corner. So far not able to get in, and Rattray comes up and ties her up and then some.
Carrie Jackson gets up. She didn't want any part of someone helping her up either. She's intense. Rattray comes in there.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Checking out all the electronic communications down there.
Picked off, gunned ahead by Olsen. Races on. Juntanen got there first and traveled with the ball.
Well, that section of orange across the way ready to explode on that one if Osseo had been able to put it up and take the lead. But Little Falls fights them off for the time being. They haven't gotten much offense, just 6 points here through 6.5 minutes.
15 in the same amount of time for the Osseo Orioles. Foul is on Dawn Rattray. That is her 3rd.
Well, everybody seems they have 3, but I don't think you have to worry until they start getting into the 4s because Osseo is used to playing with 3 fouls.
So far, Melissa Plant of Little Falls is the only player with 4. Now there's a foul underneath on Heather Peterson. She has 2. That's the 4th team foul on the Osseo Orioles. Little Falls has 1 to this point. 1:11 to go in the 3rd.
Melissa Plant looks a little hesitant on offense tonight. She put up that outside shot with frequency the first 2 games, but tonight she isn't looking for it.
Spillum in a crowd. Didn't go. Up for grabs, and Feeble-Corn drags in three. Rattray, Olsen spins it out. Juntunen off the rim. Gary Jackson underneath. Trying to plant a leg around Juntunen. Now gets out. Here is Plant. In and out, and Rattray with a rebound. Feeble-Corn for Rattray. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Girls AA championship game at Met Center. The Osseo Orioles, the only Twin Cities school to survive in either A or AA. In comes Feeble-Corn, but no, the rebound to Gary Jackson, a Little Falls.
Still tied up at 37. Little Falls, chance to take the lead.
Dished it off for Julie Spillum, but no, rebound underneath. Saldin gets it, and a big bucket for Little Falls.
Wishman with a very
Lori
tough
Wishman,
rebound.
I'm sorry, 43.
Nice dish from Saldin. Now she set that sequence up. 4 seconds, Juntunen doesn't know it.
They won't get it off.
Won't get it off as time expires. Lori Wishman got that last bucket for Little Falls. And Jerry Cool and the Flyers take the lead, but the Osseo Orioles came storming back. The fourth quarter is next. Little Falls 39, Osseo 37.
Used to be, when investors got into the stock market, they could almost plan on things going one way. But unfortunately, things don't always come out as planned. So if you're looking for an investment you can count on, come to TCF for a variety of insured savings plans that offer a guaranteed rate and keep yourself well covered.
Up until the last 2 minutes. Therefore, I would say you should like the movie.
Whoa. The most popular and most powerful movie critics in the country, Time Magazine.
Those were the most interesting characters in the film.
Come on, give us a break. Real people viewers can trust. 2020.
This is gritty stuff.
Siskel and Ebert are the best. The Kansas City Star.
Yeah, I thought that was terrific.
A total and complete disagreement. Siskel and Ebert, the critical difference.
Sunday night at 11:30 on Receptive Channel 9.
Fourth quarter coming at the AA state championship game. That's the score, and that's Jerry Cool, the boss of the Little Falls Flyers. As the Osseo Orioles, Chris Juntunen will play it in to start the fourth quarter.
And it is getting loud in here.
Most of the Osseo fans on their feet right now. Underneath.
Feeble-Corn had the move. She was in clean, but she just put it up a little bit too short.
Feeble-Corn takes a lot of those little running one-handers. Many of them were their left hand, and she just hasn't quite been on the mark the last few times.
14 fouls on Osseo. Again, Rattray, Olsen, Feeble-Corn, and Juntunen all with 3. And Melissa Plant has 4 for Little Falls. Little Falls Flyers, Lori Wishman. For Saldin, here's Melissa Plant. Left side Wishman. Watched there by Chris Juntunen. Wishman, the senior. And it comes off to Chris Juntunen of Osseo. Juntunen was the leading scorer for Osseo against International Falls with 17 after nailing only 4 against Burnville. Juntunen to the left side. Rattray, bingo! A big 2, and that ties it again at 39 with 7:08 to go.
Oh, Rattray playing good defense. Really making Saldin work up the court.
Wishman for Julie Spillum for the Little Falls Flyers. A set by Saldin. No, Rattray flies off with a rebound. Chris Juntunen brings the Orioles back down. Peterson tried to go in the middle, but it was broken up. And Melissa Plant comes back down, and here's Holly Saldin for the Little Falls Flyers. Drop chip, stops, deep left side, Carrie Jackson. Back come the Flyers, and then Olsen hits the brakes. Juntunen down the left side. Carrie Olsen on a set play. No, dragged off by Wishman. Holly Saldin for the Flyers. In and off the iron from Jackson underneath. Diana hook by Plant. Now 2-on-1. Back they go. Rattray to left side. Shooting in for Osseo. Over the two girls. But all the way over, and a foul is called on Dawn Rattray, and that's 4.
Well, Rattray is in on all these plays. She is in the middle of it all and in the thick of it all. Getting caught now with her 4th foul. She'll have to step back a little bit.
Osseo had a nice run, and now Little Falls is playing them even, and they've gone back in the lead. Here comes Saldine up on the previous play, takes it right in, looks, double teamed, and there she finds Carrie Jackson down low for the basket.
That foul on Rattray is the 15th foul on Osseo, and so Little Falls will send Carrie Jackson to the free throw line to shoot 1-1.
So they're in the bonus. Meanwhile, Little Falls only has 1 team foul. And I think at the 6-minute mark now in the 4th quarter, that may really haunt Osseo.
Jackson to shoot the bonus. Little Falls pulls out to a 4-point lead, 43-39. There's a break in the action. It's anybody's game with 6:01 to go.
Look, up in the sky.
There it is. I can see it now.
It's great.
It's terrific.
It's
super savings this week at
Mills Fleet Farm.
These bargains are so big we just had to call them super.
Save now on Murray 10-speed Baja bicycles.
Choose from men's or women's styles of this 26-inch all-terrain street cycle. On sale now at just $99.99.
And take $5 off all top-quality American-made men's work and sport or sport and leisure shoes and boots.
So take it from us. This sale is super.
You'll have a super time shopping for super savings now at Mills Fleet Farm.
At Godfather's Pizza, we're proud of the tremendous amount of toppings we put on our pizza, and we still keep our prices low. And that responsibility rests solely on Dennis. He's our accountant. It would be easy for Dennis to raise prices with all those toppings, but he wouldn't even think of doing that. Would you, Dennis?
Now, for a limited time, get any large pizza for the price of a medium.
Enjoy your Godfather's Pizza and take life one bite at a time.
More people are in Met Center tonight than have ever attended one session in state girls basketball tournament history. 10,190 sets the new record by about 140-some over the old one set in the title night of the first tournament back in 1976. Total tournament attendance 45,247. New record for session attendance at the girls state tournament tonight, 10,190.
We'll look for bigger and better things at the boys tournament next week, too. We have a couple more champions to pass along to. Eden Prairie has won in 2AA, beating Mankato East. As they get another bucket
on Rattray.
For Rattray. Just to continue, Rocori, defending champion, unbeaten last year. They'll be back. They beat Moorhead in 8AA.
We'll have the action for you next week, of course. And North Star hockey to follow in the 22nd. Here's a turnaround up and off from Mary Ring, number 55 in the lineup now for Little Falls. Whoa, and coming out of the zone, Chris Jutinen really popped one into Laurie Wishman.
A lot of contact there, and let's take a look here. See Jutinen, she sees the contact coming in. She sticks that elbow out. That could have gone either way, but they gave it to Wishman.
Gave it to Wishman on the foul.
Interesting call.
That's her second. I thought for sure.
Initiated the contact.
Yeah. 5:27 to go. 43-41 Little Falls. The Osseo Orioles with a basketball. Here's Heather Peterson. 3-point up and off. Rebound, Carrie Olsen. Way up high. Peterson quickly. Feeblecorn lays it up. It's in. The foul. Bucket counts, and Jessica Feeblecorn will go to the line.
Happy birthday, Jessica. She tied it up and has a chance to give them the lead. 5:13 to play. Could be a momentum swinger. We'll have to see if Little Falls can. You can see Riley kind of riding her as she takes it to the basket.
The Osseo fans all come to their feet as Jessica Feeblecorn can make it a 3-point play. Lucky 13th point for her tonight. It's 44-43 and the Osseo Orioles regain the lead.
She was a perfect 7 for 7 from the foul line, and she's a great free throw shooter. There's Saldine answering though on the other end.
45-44 Little Falls. Out comes Chris Jutinen now for The Osseo Orioles watched by Saldin. Olsen, Houston on top of the circle. High post for Feeblecorn, who was fouled as she turned around by Mary Ring of Little Falls.
That will not be a shooting foul, however. It'll be a pass in. She was working hard for position, and Ring was trying to prevent her from getting position.
That's the 4th team foul on Little Falls.
See Ring behind her there. She's going to need some help.
Not much of a foul, but that's the 4th. So now 1-1 the rest of the way.
Don Rattray plays it in for Osseo. Olsen stutter steps. Here is Juktanen. Feeblecorn, yes.
He's getting it done now. Juktanen knows where to find her. Osseo back on top.
1 point leads back and forth with 4.5 to go. Long range up and off on the left side for Holly Saldin. No second try for the Flyers. Here comes Juktanen. Lots of contact. Rattray, no. Olsen for the rebound was nudged out by Melissa Plant. Holly Saldin now for the Little Falls Flyers. Diving in, went to the layup and was fouled on the way in by Peterson.
Peterson says, not me, but it's not going to help her plead her case, and she's the one who can afford it. I think that's only 3 on Peterson.
That's right.
And the rest of them have at least that many, so she just better take her medicine.
Smart play by Saldin, recognizing that 2 Osseo players were left in the backcourt. She pushed it up the court, and now we'll go to the free-throw line for a
timeout will be called by Osseo Orioles head coach Dave Thorpe with 4:11 to go in the AA championship. It is Osseo 46 and Little Falls 45.
I rock all across the country and wherever I go, I see people getting healthy, yeah, there's something they know. They know that milk's got the vitamins and protein too, so get some milk in your health kick, whatever you do. Come on and kick, 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 health kick with milk. Come on and kick, 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 health kick with milk. America's favorite health kick, milk.
Get on a health kick with milk.
The earth, forever changing. The wonders of nature, forever unfolding. But for nearly a generation, one of the great marvels of the world has endured. The National Geographic Specials.
I'm Mike Farrell. National Geographic has always brought you unforgettable treasures. And now, here's one more. The best of the National Geographic Specials. Because wonders never cease.
Sunday night at 7 on Receptive Channel 9.
Cool and the gang from Little Falls. Cool is hot, says the banner. And boy, that's no kidding.
He has had great state tournaments. They were the AA champions in 1980, 1984, and 1985, and also appeared in 1981. He's only lost 1 game at the state tournament, Jerry Cool.
That's the box they let him go in. That's in front of Dave Thorpe, the Osseo Orioles coach. Jerry Cool uses it a good deal more. The infamous seatbelt rule is on hold in about 14 or 15 states experimentally, and Minnesota is one of them. Holly Saldin shoots the second after missing 1 for Little Falls. This could tie it. Does. 46 all. 4:10 to go.
This has been a great basketball game. There is Saldin again.
Plant made the steal. Saldin misses the layup. Feeblecorn.
An intimidating presence there. Feeblecorn forced her to rush that shot a little. She missed it.
Olsen for Peterson all the way home and was fouled coming in. Blocked by Carrie Jackson of Little Falls, and she now has 3. That'll be the 15th foul on Little Falls.
Watch the steal. Plant and Saldin kicked it loose. Feeblecorn tried to get it there from behind, and that was very close to making that basket. Did not come to pass. Feeblecorn got the rebound, and now Peterson shooting on the other end.
She'll get 2. Never touched the metal. Heather Peterson off the rim that time. Olsen the rebound. Nothing there. Underneath Juktanen. No. Feeblecorn tied up underneath by Carrie Jackson of Little Falls. 47-46 Osseo with 3:49 to go.
Flyers to inbound it.
Alternate possession rule in effect has eliminated all those jump balls we used to have for many years. Speeded up the game considerably. Those of you who don't normally follow high school hoops. Sarah Spillum for the Little Falls Flyers, who now trail by 1. Here's a flyer by Julie Spillum, and it came back out again. Pressure deep, and Osseo will hang on. Osseo fans. Anybody's ball game with 3:19 to go. Osseo leads by 1. Picked off by Carrie Jackson of Little Falls. The Flyers come back. Deep left baseline. Plant was blocked. The shot was blocked, I should say. Foul.
Looked like a good block, but Plant did the wise thing rather than charge in there and
walked.
Foul call on traveling on Rattray. So Little Falls gets it right back, and we're back and forth in the turnover game right now.
We heard so much about Osseo's pressure, but Little Falls has had tremendous pressure on the basketball tonight.
Under 3 minutes, a 1-point game.
Saldin up and off, and Olsen with a big rebound. Peterson.
Plant got her hand on it again on the
Johnson and Feeblecorn, Rattray, Peterson, 3 points. In and out, Feeblecorn, nothing on the rebound. And on the rebound, a foul is called. That'll be number 4 on Jessica Feeblecorn.
What a game of inches. First Peterson's shot looked like it was going to go. It skimmed out. Then you figure Feeblecorn alone for the rebound. She's going to convert. She doesn't. And Jackson gets in there to get the rebound and is fouled by Feeblecorn. So instead of a 3-point lead for Osseo and Feeblecorn still with 3 fouls, they have Little Falls shooting with a chance to take the lead, and Feeblecorn now with that dangerous 4th foul.
Carrie Jackson has really had a nice state tournament. Kind of a quiet player, does the little things, gets the rebounds, has great rebound position, and has been effective from the free throw line. She has really made a big difference for Little Falls, hitting those 2.
Big buckets for the Flyers, who now lead by 1, 48-47.
Saldin with a careless bump there. Shooting into the line.
Holly Saldin. That's her first.
We don't want to take anything away from this exciting finish, but the boys' field is now complete, and when we have a moment, we'll just run through it quickly one time, what the pairings are for the boys' tournament next week.
You'll see the games here on KMSP TV. Sunday Channel 9, where you see the state tournaments and the Minnesota North Stars.
Tied up, 2:26 to play.
Chris Juntanen for the Osseo Orioles. Yeah. 49-48 Osseo. The lead has changed hands 9 times in the 4th quarter alone. Here's Melissa Plant. 16 points against St. Louis Park the other day. Sarah Spillum up high for Julie Spillum. Plant. Baseline right. Spillum no. Carrie Jackson, but Feeblecorn pulls it away. Peterson guns it ahead. Here's Olsen.
Good hustle by Carrie Jackson.
Yeah. Carrie Jackson was in on that play on the other end. Yep. She almost got the ball there, and Feeblecorn was able to save it. She sprints down and was able to stop a layup on the other end. She's playing a great game.
I'll take Carrie Jackson in the 3rd. And Canterbury, she can finish speedily. Dave Thornton calls timeout for Osseo, and as Carrie Jackson comes boiling down the lane, 1:51 to go. Buckle your seatbelts. It's Osseo by 1.
This is the way most people build up their nest egg at a bank. It's safe, it pays interest, and it's taxable. But now, TCF offers you a way that's a whole new breed altogether. A tax-deferred annuity that lets your money multiply faster. Get an annuity through TCF and see just how fast your money multiplies.
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
You can't say that on TV.
That's a first in the history of television.
Unless you're Arsenio.
Welcome to America.
Believe me, this guy is breaking all the rules.
My time has come.
And you'll want to see what he'll do next.
Coming up, we've got Dan Snyder from Head of the Class and hot guitarist Stanley Jordan sitting in with my posse on the next Arsenio Hall Show.
Monday night at 10:35 on Channel 9.
1:51 to go. Those are the figures that tell it all right now, which is basically there's nothing to tell in terms of who's going to win this game. Going right to the wire.
It's nice to have an exciting championship game, our first championship game between Stoughton Jeffers and Eden Valley Watkins. Stoughton Jeffers, a winner, 76-52. Not exactly a thriller or a nail-biter like this one.
Stoughton Jeffers also got one of the sportsmanship awards. Feeblecorn.
Left-handed, and that's a 3-point lead.
17 points for Jessica Feeblecorn. She leads all scorers in this game at the moment. Melissa Plant. Sarah Spillin for Little Falls. Trailing now by 3. Biggest lead anybody's had for a while here in the fourth. Holly Saldine lets it go. Oh, and Mary Olsen pulls it away for Osseo.
Osseo wants a timeout.
Rattray. And timeout is called. Dave Thorpe with a long look at the scoreboard. 1:10 left, 51-48. Osseo with a 3-point lead at the moment.
Behind the card you'll find a special kind of care.
At Blue Cross Blue Shield, caring keeps us a step ahead of a changing world.
This plan has the flexibility people want.
We're researching this area's high incidence of heart-related disorders. See the trend toward shorter hospital stays.
Makes outpatient benefits even more important.
You may not always see the care behind the card, but you can't miss the feeling it brings.
Really cares behind the card.
Sunday night, don't miss the action and adventure of Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Wish you would have stayed in the car.
No, not in this neighborhood.
Hello.
Hey, open the door!
Scarecrow and Mrs. King, unbeatable action and adventure, Sunday night at 10:30 on Receptive Channel 9.
Well, this is no pipe dream. It's the championship game. Osseo with a 3-point lead. 1:10 to go. They've got the ball. And Little Falls will go for that pressure steal, and then they'll have to think about fouling if 20 seconds or so tick off here without the steal.
I've never known Osseo to hold the basketball, but this is the time when they really should. They've got the lead in the ball. 1-minute mark.
And indeed, that's what they were looking at for the moment. But crashing down came Juntanen, and a foul is going to be called, I think, on Juntanen.
Rattray, I think, got the foul, and that should be her 5th. Well, they had the play they wanted. They brought Feeblecorn up to the high post with players breaking off. She gets the feed. Juntanen.
And who was in good rebound position?
Gary Jackson.
Foul number 5 on Dawn Rattray. She's out of here with 54 seconds to go. And Osseo with a 3-point lead, 51-48.
Dave Thorpe has his tie loosened. Quite a bit. He was through it like he's been through a lot tonight already.
Very cool, standing up, always very emphatic. Now he'll sit down for a minute.
Billy Gladen in as the substitute for Rattray. She's getting words of encouragement. She's discouraged, but that'll pick up if her team can hang on to win it.
Gary Jackson, who has 4 from the free throw line in this quarter, shooting 1 and 1.
Big free throw.
Oh, man, it's a 2-point game now, and Gary Jackson can make it 1.
Now look at her eyes. These are the eyes of a competitor. I knew that last one was going in just by looking at her face.
1-point game.
Wow.
Billy Gladen. Now the Osseo Orioles meet pressure. Coming into the half court. Juntanen on the right side. High for Peterson.
Almost had it.
And not a really good foul there for Saldine to take. Peterson's shown she can nail those free throws. And they did have a little more time, but everybody's a little bit anxious. Saldine's got her share of steals to go along for with the number of attempts she's tried.
Second personal on Saldin, 39 seconds left.
Jerry Cool wants a timeout.
51-50.
Well, while Cool does this, I'm going to run through the boys' field quickly. And the kickoff game at the Civic Center, AA Owatonna from 1AA against Eden Prairie of 2AA. Then we will have Stillwater against Hibbing, 4AA and 7AA. Then it will be Minneapolis South against Robbinsdale. Armstrong went to the title game last year, only to lose to Ricori. And then Ricori Spartans are also back, and they'll be challenged by St. Paul Central in the final game on Thursday evening. Class A boys, Williams Arena on Thursday. Pipestone takes on Warren in the opener, 2 and 8 champions. Then it will be Rushford. They had a good year in football. They were down for the Prep Bowl. They're in for the first time ever, and they'll make a running gun club from Crosby Ironton. Evening session, Russell Tyler Ruthven, one of the top teams in the polls for all of the season, will play Rush City. Rush City, another long-time absentee from the tournament, and then Mankato Loyola against Staples Motley in the conclusion. Well, there's your 16 entries next week, but we've got 39 seconds to go here. Osseo has a 1-point lead. Heather Peterson at the line with 39 seconds to go on a 1-and-1.
Pressure basketball in the late going.
And most of the crowd in attendance is on their feet.
Heather Peterson with the Osseo Orioles leading 51-50, 39 seconds, at least in regulation time, to shoot 1-and-1. We'll get a bonus now with a 2-point lead.
This is the one that becomes very big.
Time of the game where you can't believe the emotional swings. Players so happy, 1 second to the next.
Heather Peterson's bonus. Let's go, 52-50 Osseo, 36 seconds left.
Gary Jackson's ankles are sore. It didn't look like it on that play.
Here comes Saldin for the Little Falls Flyers. Julie Spillum in and out. Feeble corner the rebound, full court press. Out comes Jutanen, and she was fouled by Little Falls Spillum.
Well, Spillum had a good shot. Just couldn't get it to fall.
That was a good foul, really. Watch here. If she could turn, if Jutanen could turn, she had 2 players down there with no one guarding them. And Saldin was aware of that. She knew she had to foul there.
It was Saldin 23 on the foul, and at the free throw line for Osseo, Chris Jutanen. 1-and-1, 23 seconds left. 53-50.
Saldin tried to call a timeout, but the official had already given the ball to Jutanen and would not allow it.
Now, the Little Falls Flyers will huddle around their coach and try to figure out what to do. There is the rear end of Jerry Cool, the son of a coal miner from Mill Creek, West Virginia. Standout baseball and basketball player in the 50s in North Dakota. One of the most dynamic individuals in high school basketball.
13 years at Little Falls, 224 or so, add a few wins, and 69 losses.
You know, in all that time, as excitable as he is, 2 technical fouls. That's it, he got them both last year.
That's right.
Here's the other bench now, Dave Thorpe. 23 seconds left in regulation time. The Osseo Orioles lead the Little Falls Flyers 53-50 in the girls AA championship game. The biggest free throw of the night will be attempted by Dawn Rattray. This is the second one. Got it.
Junan's free throw, that one really did it. Now it's 4-point difference. Little Falls needs 2 shot attempts.
That should do it.
Quickly.
Oh!
Offensive foul. What a big call.
And who's on the bottom there but Carrie Jackson?
Yeah, she has really played her heart out.
Boy, she's been knocked down a few times in this tournament. I can't say enough about the way she's played. She's tough.
That was really a big play.
Derek Cool, Dave Thorpe of Osseo, Heather Peterson got the foul. 13 seconds left.
They have to score quickly and then get it back again. Should stay off of Feeblecorn's hands.
Now 11 seconds to go. 54-50 Osseo.
Now Now, if they score, Osseo can take the ball out of bounds and hold it.
Oh!
And that should about do it.
Wow, and now Osseo calls time with 10 seconds to go. Osseo fans on their feet as the girls go to the huddle. Very cool.
Something miraculous now, of course, for Cool and the gang to pull this out. Osseo whooping it up across the way.
The Silver Fox, as he's been affectionately called.
Here's Dave Thorpe and crew.
And the team that went undefeated at home the last 4 years, Lake Red champs for 4 years, is finally seeing the light.
Last year lost to Fridley in the Region 5 AA final. 5 seniors on this team played last year and went to state in '87.
Lost 2 games this season to Apple Valley and Kennedy, the last 2 regular season games. And have really regrouped. If they win it, they've earned it. These girls have put in a lot of time in the offseason, have played youth basketball together all the way back to the 5th grade. And can't say enough about their ability to work as a team and what Dave Thorpe has done.
Osseo's Billy Gladen will play it in with 10 seconds left and a 4-point lead.
Got to get it in.
Foul call there, and it's going to be a 1-on-1. Saldine again. Gary Olson will shoot.
That's 4 on Holly Saldine. Not that it matters at this point.
Well, 2 seconds went off the clock on that play. I don't know how, because the clock does not start. It was started at 11.
Actually, it was at 10, and what puzzled me was that a second ticked off on the play before where Kerry Jackson threw it directly out of bounds.
No one touched the ball. No, not at all.
And that accounts for 2 seconds off the clock, and now it's down to 9 seconds left.
And these seconds are so valuable.
Oh. They could be gold to the Little Falls Flyers. Carrie Olson.
She's called Care Bear by her teammates, affectionately, I'm sure.
1-on-1 for Carrie Olson. Clock runs, 8 seconds left. There you see it, 4-point lead for Osseo. Just turned over by Little Falls, and that's the end of the game. It is over. And the Osseo Orioles are the new AA champions of girls high school basketball in Minnesota. A dramatic finish, a game that saw the lead change hands over and over and over. A rip snorter from front to finish. And it goes the way of the Osseo Orioles, who beat the Little Falls Flyers tonight 54-50 and take the AA championship home to Osseo. Jessica Feeblecorn, Miss Basketball in Class AA, named to the All-State team.
The birthday she'll never forget.
Oh, happy 18th, Jessica. Oh, man. So, it is over, and the Little Falls Flyers, a game bunch. Picked by a number of people to win this one. A great, great crew of girls. The Osseo Orioles will win it, and PA announcer Dick Stanford will help them hand out the booty.
High School League. Each member of the official tournament squad receives a certificate of participation. Plaques are awarded to the 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place teams in each class. Medals are awarded to each member of the official squad of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place teams in each class. And trophies are presented to the championship team, the second place team, the third place team, and the winner of the consolation championship game. At this time, we will have the presentation of silver medals and the Class AA second place trophy to Little Falls High School. First, student manager Kathy Kirsting. Ann Just. Melissa Cole. Melissa Plant. Deb Yelanimi. Holly Saldine. Stacy Anderson. Julie Spillum. Sarah Spillum. Beth Pluck. Annie Keller. Laurie Wishman. Amy Johnson. Carrie Jackson. Terry Wass. And Mary Ring. And now the captains of the Little Falls team, please come forward to receive the Class AA second place trophy. Little Falls High School state runner-up, girls basketball.
Well, the only games they lost all year were to the Osseo Orioles. Once by a pretty good margin earlier, and tonight by 4 in the title game. That is one good basketball team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the schools of Minnesota have been acting
their closing record.
Promotion of school spirit and good sportsmanship this past winter season. And the evaluation committee has evaluated the 8 participating schools in this tournament and recommends that the following schools receive a sportsmanship banner. And would a representative of those schools please come down to receive your banner? Selected are Spring Lake Park and International Falls. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1989 Minnesota State High School Class AA girls basketball champion is Osseo. Each member of the official squad will now receive the gold medal. First student manager, Jenny Youngquist. Tricia Crone. Nancy Umland. Carrie Rasper. Billy Gladen. Heather Peterson. Jody Griskoviak. Chris Juntanen. Kelly Giesler. Amy Walker. Carrie Olson. Alyssa Brodeen. Lisa Sadler. Brenda Lingen. Dawn Rattray. Jessica Feeblecorn. And now, will the Osseo captains please come forward and receive the Class AA State Championship Trophy.
basketball championship trophy, and it belongs to the Osseo Orioles. They lost only twice this year, both by close margins to Apple Valley and Bloomington Kennedy, and finished this championship season 24-2. A lot of nice basketball players on that team, and I'll tell you, Jim, they used that bench plenty. They went to it through the tournament, but they got some sterling service out of their starters as well. And proves that that starting five can get you a long way, but you got to have some help on the bench along the way if you're going to take state anymore, and they really did this year.
Well, it's an exciting team and exciting moments. You know, it brings tears to your eyes every time you see winners and losers who come this far. Little balls crushed at the moment, but you can see them kind of bouncing back even as they receive their medals. It's a great thrill, something you'll always remember, and to see all the parents and people associated with the communities up and applauding. It's what high school athletics is all about. We're glad to be a part of it.
I don't think Carrie Olson's going to let go of that for a while now. Jessica Feeblecorn's going to let somebody else carry it for a while. Jessica Feeblecorn has been the story much of the year, but there are so many others on that club who've made a big difference. But Jessica Feeblecorn will wind up tonight as our AA championship game player of the game. Feeblecorn tonight had 17 points. She finishes the state tournament with 57 points. And it wasn't all just shooting the ball either. What a contributor. Jessica Feeblecorn, our player of the game, brought to you by the Minnesota Dairy Promotion Council, American Dairy Association. Jessica Feeblecorn will receive a handsome certificate, and Osseo High School will also receive a donation to the school's athletic fund on behalf of Minnesota's dairy farmers. Happy 18th birthday, Jessica Feeblecorn. Miss Basketball, Class AA, is voted on, named by the Girls Coaches Association. Yoli Murphy got the award in Class A. And it was a dandy. The Osseo Orioles, the 1989 Class AA champions. Janet Carvinen standing by with a winning coach of the Orioles, Dave Thorpe.
We're here with Dave Thorpe, the winning coach, and we were just talking, you down by 9. Similar situation as in the Burnsville game.
Well, you know, these kids have been down 2-3 times this year, and they came, you know, they have the ability to come back. I just told them at halftime, I said, you know, we're down by 9. If we can get within 3-4 points going into the fourth quarter, we just felt that we could pull a game out. And things weren't going our way early. We got in foul trouble, but, you know, we're deep, and the kids that came in held us in there, and I'm real happy, Janet.
What were you telling about the foul situation? I know you certainly have an aggressive team, and it's not the first time you've been in that situation, but what was your advice to the girls at halftime, and what was the feeling in the locker room?
Well, I told, you know, Jessica had 3 at the time. I said, Jess, you're going to have to play soft defense. You can't go for any blocks, and, you know, telling Jessica that is, I don't know. You've watched her play. She's an aggressive young lady, but she's sure a great basketball player. But like I said, we are deep. We went 8-9 deep today, and the kids that come in can play ball, and that's it's been our balance and our depth all year that have, you know, kept us going.
Well, you beat Little Falls during the regular season in a great thriller, and it took a balanced effort from everyone today, and you have an all-5 senior starting lineup. How can you sum up what those girls have meant to your program and in saying goodbye to those seniors?
Well, you know, it's going to be hard. We've been together for 4 years. And that's a long time, and you know they're excellent basketball players, but they're also good human beings, and they've treated me really well as a person, and I think I appreciate that almost as much as the way they play basketball. It's been a good 4 years, and to top it off like this by winning a state championship, we're real happy. And Osseo Maple Grove, we're bringing home a state champion, and we're thrilled to death. What can I say? You know,
well, you and the girls have earned it, Dave Thorpe. Many years of work and dedication and sacrifices. It all has come to this point where it all pays off.
And it feels real good.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Janet.
Okay, Dave Thorpe, the state champion coach of the AA Osseo Orioles girls basketball team. Let's go back to Barry Williams.
Thank you, Janet. Congratulations to Osseo, as no sewing class was ever more important, or their techniques used, as here tonight as they are clipping down the nets. Champions of Class AA 1989, the Osseo Orioles, who trailed by 9 at halftime, came storming back to win it by 4. Back with more at the Met Center after this break. This is 1989 Minnesota State High School girls basketball
tournament. The Trumpeter Swan needs your help.
Formerly common in Minnesota's wetlands, now only 6 pairs nest in the state. Donations to the non-game wildlife checkoff are used to help bring back this beautiful bird. You can personally help the trumpeter by donating to the non-game wildlife checkoff on your Minnesota tax forms. Remember, tax time is your time to help wildlife.
The earth, forever changing. The wonders of nature, forever unfolding. But for nearly a generation, one of the great marvels of the world has endured. The National Geographic Specials.
I'm Mike Farrell. National Geographic has always brought you unforgettable treasures. And now, here's one more. The best of the National Geographic Specials. Because wonders never cease.
Sunday night at 7 on Receptive Channel 9.
Back at the Met Center, and the Osseo Orioles in good hands tonight, and in their hands is the Class AA championship trophy as they put down a very game team from Little Falls. The Flyers led by 9 at halftime, and Little Falls, which came through time and time again, finally fell, as it did once but twice this year. Unfortunately for the Flyers tonight, it was in the state championship game. So Osseo is 1989 Class AA champions, and Storton Jeffers takes home the trophy as champions in Class A. Congratulations to all for a tournament well played. But don't forget, next week we'll have boys basketball coming your way. Wall-to-wall basketball will all kick it off here Thursday from Williams Arena and at the St. Paul Civic Center, the 77th edition of boys basketball tournament play. Then semifinals on Friday, and then we'll have third place and championship games on Saturday, all live here on Channel 9. So until then, this is Perry Williams saying goodbye for our producer, director Hank Dolan, our executive producer Joe Carney, our entire announcing and production team. We will see you next Thursday afternoon for boys basketball, the 77th year.
Of this luxury car is $37,000.